How do you know how to choose the right family law attorney, especially in an industry that is full of terrible people, snakes, and a system that is basically against you, especially if you're a man? So here's the thing with this. This is a great question. It got written into another comment that was answering another question or comment that was left to me on another video. But family law is just insane. How do you find the right attorney? Okay, there's a couple things here. Number one, you want to get references from other attorneys if possible. If you don't know anybody, that's fine. But if you do know some, ask different attorneys that are working within the same county as you, even if they're a tax attorney or something else. If they're active, they tend to know who has their finger on the pulse of family law that are good for dads, good for moms, good for your situation, and so on. You also need to know exactly what the laws are in your state and county, and you can go on ChatGPT, Google, find the statutes. If you don't understand them, copy and paste those statutes and put them into something like ChatGPT or Grok or whatever so that you can understand them better and have them explained to you. Now, it could get it wrong, but you need to do your due diligence of that, because if you hire a family law attorney that isn't familiar with the type of laws and statutes that affect your case, you're automatically making a mistake. That's, I hate to say it, but that's on you, okay? Then you need to go and interview attorneys. The more you know about your case and the statutes is going to help you in interviewing attorneys, all right? And if you don't know that, you're just going to get sold on an attorney. And you got to understand, like, attorneys realize that more than likely you're going to screw up your case for them by not knowing this. So of course they're going to take your money that is, pretty much that you're going to screw up their case. Now, I have two really good attorneys that I work with, and it was hard to find. I've hired about 20 before that, and it took a long time. In the interview, you have to ask them about the cases on laws or the cases like your case. Have they done them? Have they gone to trial for them? You want them to go to trial. You don't want to go to trial, right? But you want an attorney to go to trial because that's their bargaining power. And this is important to understand. So if they don't go to trial and they always settle, that means they can't really argue against the opposing counsel's attorney, and they will be forced to settle. So they're afraid to go to trial because that's kind of like the bargaining thing. Like, okay, you're going to challenge me on this? Well, let's go to trial. I know I can win. I know the judge. I know the laws. I've argued this case before. I know what's going to happen, or settle. So you want that leverage instead of an attorney who's going to settle all the time. The worst part to all of this is there's a ton of due diligence that you can do. And if you don't do it, you're guaranteed to get screwed. But even if you do the due diligence and your attorney's great for everybody else, like let's say I used them before and personally referenced them to you and you have a case very similar to mine, the true test is going to be in the courtroom for you. The true test is how they fight for